Welcome back to the AV.com YouTube channel, and we're here again with another video on the Bowers Wilkins PX8 headphones. We've previously done a video on the PX7 S2Es that goes into a lot of detail about what you can expect from a pair of Bowers Wilkins headphones. So this video is specifically going to be looking at the PX8s and some of the improvements that they've made over the PX7s specifically. So if you want to find out more generally about Bowers Wilkins headphones, then please click the link below. For now though, we're going to be looking at the brand new finish and colorway that Bowers Wilkins have added to their PX8 headphone lineup, which is the Royal Burgundy. So to start off with, let's just get right into the new color here. It's certainly going to divide some opinions. You know, I personally really like it. You know, I think when you do have to see it in person to fully appreciate it. I think the particular tone of burgundy that they've gone for has a real aura of kind of elegance and premium to it, which obviously is very accurate for the kind of person that's going to be looking for a pair of headphones at this price point. And the other thing to point out is the metal headband structure and ear cups that run throughout the headphones. They're actually finished in this kind of anodized gold metal finish. It's quite subtle, you know, they don't scream gold, they're not sort of jumping out and looking really yellow. Instead, you know, it's a much more understated kind of gold. In fact, when I first got them out from the case, it took me a minute for my eyes to adjust to actually notice just how gold they are. You know, it's quite easy to mistake them for just kind of like a regular silver metal finish, so it's not too in your face. And again, I think that was by design. You know, I think the real thing here is the burgundy, but the gold adds a very nice contrast overall. So, you know, I think it's a great colorway. I think a lot of people are going to like it, but I certainly don't think that it's going to be for everyone. If you want something a little bit more understated that might fly below the radar, or perhaps one that's going to suit every outfit you wear, you know, perhaps the black leather or the tan and gray leather, which is kind of more of like a white or gray overall would be a more suitable and understated option. So I quickly just want to talk about some of the upgrades that you get in the PX8 flagship model over that of the PX7 S2Es that we reviewed before. You know, to jump straight into the elephant in the room, the PX8s definitely sound better. You know, in terms of sound quality, there is definitely a noticeable improvement. If I was going to qualify it, I would say the mid-range in particular has a lot more detail to it. You know, if you're listening to a lot of modern pop and rock music, they're generally quite layered and quite thick. And sometimes headphones and earphones, particularly wireless ones, struggle to give a good amount of separation and clarity to each layer of instruments that's in the mix. When you A/B between the PX7 S2Es and the flagship PX8s, immediately the first thing you notice is just how much more open the mid-range is. You know, you can hear a lot more definition of all of the instruments. You can really hear where the bass guitar goes up to and where the electric guitars start to take over. You know, there's a lot of separation between the instruments. That overall just sounds more authentic and musical, and much closer to the original way that the artist intended for you to hear it. And the other thing that I really noticed when listening to the PX8s is that they are much more open in the top end. Now, what I mean by this is actually that they have more dynamic range and headroom in the higher frequencies than perhaps the PX7 S2Es do. And the reason that that's you know, a big benefit is effectively that things aren't getting quite as compressed as much. And therefore you're listening to the instruments and the detail in the music in almost like the full resolution. You know, it's not being colored in any way by the device that you're listening to, which is always something that you're up against, even if you're listening to a really high-end hi-fi system with dedicated speakers or a pair of wireless headphones. You know, compression is something that will affect everybody, but the PX8s do a very good job of mitigating that issue, and as a result the listening experience is much more authentic. As I mentioned earlier on, they also feature a metal headband structure that runs all the way through the headband and then down into the ear cups. The back of them here are actually metal too, which adds a little bit of weight to the headphone compared to the PX7 S2Es, but not in a bad way. You know, I certainly don't think that they are more graining when you're wearing them. In fact, I'd actually argue that they're more comfortable overall, which is in no doubt part to the real leather that they're using on the headband and ear cups. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to point out that I think Bowers Wilkins have done a really good job of mitigating that extra weight, because the PX7 S2Es, they feature a plastic headband, which is obviously lighter than the metal one that runs through the more premium PX8s. But the real benefit is just how robust they feel. You know, when you pick them up, you know, you can play around with them a little bit, pull them slightly. They don't feel like there's any give to them really. You know, it's really locked on, and when you put them on your head, they feel nice and grippy. You know, that metal headband is you know, pulling in, but not in a way that's in any way uncomfortable. You know, they're super comfortable headphones, nice and pillowy and padded. You know, and I think anybody that's looking for, you know, a very unique colorway, you know, something that's definitely a statement piece for something to wear out and about, and also, you know, a pair of headphones that deliver the best in terms of sound quality. I think the PX8s in this brand new Royal Burgundy finish is absolutely, you know, a fantastic choice. I would recommend them for a lot of people. I really love the finish. I'm a huge fan of Bowers Wilkins headphones. I think they are absolutely fantastic. And with the PX8s being the premium flagship model in the range, you know, it's no surprise that they are effectively the very best that you can get from Bowers Wilkins. So that was it. Just wanted to keep the video short, you know, and just give you a quick little overview of the new finish, as well as some of the upgrades that you might get if you did watch our previous video on the PX7 S2Es when you go to the new flagship models in the PX8s. So that's it. If you have any questions on them at all, please let us know in the comments section below, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions. And if you'd like to see any follow-up videos or suggestions, again, just let us know and we'll see what we can do for you. So until next time, thank you for watching.